that, we want to send it back to campus where Katie and Cassie are watching and waiting for the parade to go by. Ladies.
Yeah, Robin, it is quickly approaching, and I just heard them step. There we go. Good afternoon. All right. Yep. Good afternoon. We're standing right here by the judges' table, by the way, by the Torchbearer Circle Park. So we're going to hold our mics really close to our mouths, and let's see if you can pay attention.
And I'm going to listen really carefully so I can hear Katie. This is a day of history, tradition, and friendships. We're going to be celebrating all of that this week at the University of Tennessee. And one of the highlights, of course, is the parade.
And yeah, it is a huge highlight that happens on the Friday before the homecoming game each year. Now, they have been doing homecoming events all week long in preparation for this weekend and these festivities. Of course, they've done all sorts of can collections and banners and making these floats all week long. We're going to see some of those on display today, too. Also, the grand marshal of this parade, which it's coming around the corner here now. The police, the UT police are coming up through here.
And you know what's about to happen? The band's about to come by.
I know.
They're just waiting right now. The colors are going to come first. That's what's going to be moving through.
I know. I told Cassie, I said, you get to talk about the band because that is all you.
Let me talk before they actually get here. So first of all, homecoming is an opportunity for the alumni to come back. 415 alumni members are going to be on the field with the current band members to perform at halftime this weekend. The halftime show is a patriotic ensemble of what you can expect this weekend. So here comes the color guard by first. Then we've got the majorettes coming by behind. And naturally, we're going to start with the brass. Folks, we're going to just lean our mics over here so you can hear these trombones coming by, because there's no way you're going to hear us over the Pride of the Southland band. Nice salute, drum major. Very nice. Or they're going to take a break and let the drumline handle it here by the cadence as they march on by.
This is such a cool shot here, too. Just seeing the Pride of the Southland band walking down here by Circle Park.
All right, so it sounds like they've gone into a drum cadence here as the woodwinds come by on the backside. The Pride of the Southland band is more than 300 members strong. And if you remember, just a couple of weeks ago, they did an incredible halftime show in the dark with lights on their shakos and an incredible performance of circle drill. One of the hardest things you can do in the marching band world, and we were super impressed with their performance.
It is so funny, the contrast from the beginning with the trombones and now ending with the flutes. But Pride of the Southland band is awesome. Now we have the Spirit Squad that is riding atop of a Knoxville Fire Department fire truck. And hey, who is that on the end there? That would be Smokey himself, wearing a crown. He must be the homecoming king. That is right. So these are, of course, the cheerleaders and the dance team that are rolling on down here through these red fire engines with help from KFD. So everyone wave on to Smokey. Blowing kisses to his adoring fans and subjects. He's even got a cape on.
I mean, he's the real star of the show right now.
And then here are members of the dance team, also part of the Spirit Squad here. You may recognize the guy that's coming down the pike here soon. That is the Grand Marshal for this year's University of Tennessee Homecoming Parade. That is none other than Butch Wilmore. He is a Vol for life, and he's a NASA retired astronaut. And and he famously spent 9 months in space. You may remember. This time last year, he was up there in space, so really getting that bird's eye view of everything. The Mount Juliet native has degrees from Tennessee Tech and the University of Tennessee. He's got a good throwing arm, too. He's throwing some treats out to the crowd here, but Grand Marshal of this year's parade, Butch Wilmore, Captain Butch Wilmore, Astrovol, as our producer Leanne was calling him.
And if you remember, right when he got, whoa, there comes the candy.
We got some candy over here.
He did retire from his job as an astronaut shortly after coming back. We are so honored to have him as the Grand Marshal of the parade today.
And riding
so
atop
nice
of
to see him.
a Corvette, too. We've got some nice cars that are coming down here, too. And some of these cars, you'll have to bear with us a little bit because we have the list of the parade route here because it's impossible for us to know every single thing in the lineup. So we're going to be referencing this, but we are going to check back after this commercial break. We are going to have all the highlights for you from the homecoming parade here on Rocky Top.